What is going on YouTube? Hidden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are looking at Shiba Inu. As you guys know, yesterday we left off pretty much tracking the breakout point right here because as you guys can tell, we've pretty much consolidated all the way back down to our rock solid support level. Hopefully this holds. If we cannot break through this resistance level right here, we're going to be seeing some pretty crazy stuff happening. So guys, this is literally hours away from deciding whether or not we're going to correct to the downside here or break bullish through the top and see a potential swing to the upside here. You guys can, for the most part, see that there is some sort of like falling wedge pattern that I'm going to try to draw on later on in today's video, as well as the fact that we could see a pretty big run. I mean, just taking this movement here, expecting to see that break, it could set us up for another pump to all-time highs, which might actually happen, and I have proof to show you guys why. Otherwise, guys, today's video is brought to you by Panda Inu. So guys, Panda Inu is a new ERC20 token that will take the market by storm. Inspired from Shiba, which is what we're reviewing today, Panda is going to be a straight moon mission which will reward its holders along with this amazing ride to the top. So very cool stuff. I will be going in depth about the Panda Inu token in a little bit, so definitely stick around to the end of today's video if you want to see more about that. Otherwise, I have linked them down in the description below if you wanted to check them out earlier. Otherwise, make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, as you can see, I'm on the current coin market cap. SHIB is trading at, once again, number 11 here. Pretty much just flatlined out as we have been for the past couple of days here. Now, the interesting pattern within Shiba is the fact that it appears like volume is leaving the markets. As you guys can clearly see here, volume has died down. I just want to show you a pattern as we do this price prediction of what could potentially happen within this coin. And I just want to reference prior movements here. So taking a step back further, you can see we had our original pump back in early October that shot us all the way to the upside here. And since then, a few things have happened. You can see we had a ton of volume here originally from the spike. And since then, it kind of died off. And you can see since October 6th all the way to kind of the end of October here, we pretty much flatlined out. Look at the way the volume kind of just dipped and died completely off. Back to this support level right here, pretty much trading at very low volume. Understand? People lost interest in SHIB here. Not many people were really talking about SHIB. You heard very little about it until we retested this uptrend here and exploded back to the upside, which we took advantage of. Now, the crazy thing is that's when volume came back into the markets here, came back in and shot us to the upside here. But until then, we've pretty much died off. Volume has to die off for SHIB. That's what happens. Beautiful break, tons of volume. Then we die off with the volume. Then we saw another break and volume came back in. Nobody was really expecting to see a breakout right here unless you were watching the technical indicators on the charts like we have currently. Well, we can carry this uptrend, as you guys can see from the first breakout to the second breakout to what could be the third breakout right here. And what do I mean? Notice, guys, volume has died off. We started up here and volume has completely trickled off, very similar to how we started here in the same reaction. And then you can see, for the most part, we consolidated back down to bottom support, and then we broke bullish. Same thing's happening right now. Now, I'm starting to notice what could potentially be some sort of like falling wedge fractal. If we just ignore this correction that happened right here, there is some sort of like falling wedge pattern that's happening here. Regardless, it is in some way an ascending triangle, to say the least. It is in some way still an uptrend here because we've been continuously creating higher lows consistently, higher lows and higher highs. It's been a continuous pattern over here. New high, new high. We're looking for a second or a third new high now. But as you guys can see, the biggest thing right now is we pretty much consolidated all the way into what appears to be the end of this, the apex, retesting this uptrend right here, as well as resistances on the top. If we were able to confirm closing above these resistances, it would basically signal a break to the upside here. And as you can see, flashing back to the past here, we consolidated inside this trend line. Once we confirmed pretty much breaching above this resistance level, that's when the breakout happened. Now, this isn't exactly accurate, but it looks something along the lines of this here. Maybe on the 4 hour it will look a little bit better. Let me just pull it up real quick. Yep, so as you guys can see right now, on the 4-hour, you can see what it is that I'm referring to. Once we confirmed closing above here, that's what pretty much sparked the breakout to the upside here, basically confirming the break above this resistance. And we can just slightly tweak these so that it all is accurate here, just like this. And then you can see this is the uptrend right here. This is what we're dealing with right now. So once we confirmed breaking above this downtrend here, that's when we bought into leverage to the upside. So guys, flash forward to what's happening right now. Very similar pattern is happening here, but it's a little bit more drawn out. Now I could extend this ever so slightly, just upwards like this, and you can see it really doesn't make that much of a difference on the coin itself. I can pull this down a little bit here too. Nothing really that out of the blue here, but ideally what we're looking at is, as you guys can see, for the most part, there is some sort of falling wedge fractal that's happened here. We've pretty much consolidated back down into this support. You can also see that there's also some sort of symmetrical triangle that's forming here too, and I'll draw it out for you guys in a different color so you guys can just understand the point of Apex. So regardless of the pattern that is developing here, they all seem to have some sort of support and downtrend. So once again, this is right here. I can draw this, let's say, in blue. Or no, I'm going to do a different color that's a little different here. Yeah, so we have pink, and then I'm going to draw another one right here, which this would be the uptrend, and we have this support. So you can see that this is also a symmetrical triangle that's forming, and I can pull this up ever so slightly like this, and now you guys can see what it is that I'm referring to right now. So zooming in, you guys can also see that all of this is ending at some point or another right in the apex. And this is a very vital, important thing for the potential breakout in Shiba. So whether or not we consider this a falling wedge, because this very well could be a falling wedge pattern that, once again, as we know, if we can confirm breaking above this downtrend, would spark a break to the upside here. How big? Pretty wide. I mean, this would easily set us back all the way up to all-time highs and then higher. So that's the first thing to look at. If we want to track the falling wedge, this is basically waiting on confirmation of prices on the 4-hour charts to close us above this downtrend right here and this horizontal trend line right here, this resistance level. So if we can close above here, let's say we close just like this at this level, 0.00005688, that would be confirming the run to the upside on the 4-hour, which is very exciting, because understand for the life of it, since early or the end of October, and it's been about 15 days now, maybe 17 days, we've had this consolidation, this resistance, and we haven't been able to break through it. That's the first objective here that we have to look at. Now, zooming in closer, we have also this symmetrical triangle where prices have been kind of pinballing off of each other, bottom support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, and pretty much flatlining out. Check it out. You can see on the relative strength indicator, prices have not moved from the 50 relative strength indicator, the 50 on the RSI. So we are pretty much flatlined out completely on support here, dying out, waiting for some sort of, as we know, especially within Shiba, which is extremely volatile. When cryptocurrency becomes volatile, it's usually a sign of a big run to the upside here. So now also consider the fact that the moving average is intertwined right in the middle here. We have the top resistance, we have a downtrend on both a falling wedge and a symmetrical triangle that we have here. We have our uptrend, we have our support level right here from the symmetrical triangle here. There's tons all intersecting right into this pile right here. So at some point or another, we're going to confirm a break above or a break below. It's finding that point, waiting for confirmation, then buying in. And as you guys can see, we tend to explode with pretty a sheer amount of volume. So I'm expecting and anticipating a big run very soon. So targets would be, it's going to be big. I mean, regardless, the first very short-term target would be something like this. So this is what we're looking for. Very short-term. This is the target here for the first one. And to the downside here, you can see this would bring us right down to bottom support, which makes sense. We're looking for the same size of the wedge here. Once we confirm closing above that, then we can extend it up higher. But right now, we have either a break bearish down to our bottom support, the price floor, which is closer to here, which you can see we've retested on numerous occasions. So this would be the support, or we break bullish and see a run a little bit higher to the upside right here. But either direction would confirm the movements outwards. If we close below this, obviously this uptrend here, expect to see big dumps to the downside. And if we close above resistance, a big run to the upside. Regardless, we've consolidated. That's what you guys have to understand. The consolidation is over. This is it. Like, there's literally no time left. This maybe ends on the 16th by tomorrow morning, but at some point or other, this is going to end very soon, and we are going to get the direction. So I think it's going to be within the next couple of hours, but we'll see. But things look really good. Also, with that, we have XRP starting to trend outwards or upwards. We have Ethereum starting to break bullish. We have Bitcoin also starting to trend upwards. So there's a lot riding on these coins here. I think they're all going to carry ourselves to the upside here. But otherwise, guys, I do want to talk about Panda Inu with you. I want to give a huge shout out to Panda Inu for sponsoring today's episode, guys. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So, guys, Panda Inu is a new token trying to take the market by storm, and in other words, it's a meme coin on a mission. Inspired from Shiba Inu, Panda is going to be a straight moon mission, which will reward its holders along this amazing ride to the top. Now, for the record, meme coins are different from more established cryptos like Ethereum and Bitcoin, but Panda Inu's goal is to separate itself from the meme token class with certain utilities once it is developed. At least that is what their website outlines. So guys, meme coins are different because major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum were created to solve real problems, while meme coins weren't. And hopefully you guys get that. Now, although there are some instances like Dogecoin being seen as a medium of exchange where a meme coin transcends its joke status and becomes a utility, and that's the key concept here. So major cryptocurrencies were created to eventually be universally accepted as genuine decentralized currencies, and they are also designed to revolutionize entire industries. Now, meme coins, when created, are usually just to make people money, and unsurprisingly, there have been tons of pump and dump schemes where people have lost money after investing in some of these digital currencies, as well as plenty of people who are actually in on it getting rich from these movements. Now, as I mentioned earlier, most meme coins are launched as a way to make money. They are not created to serve a purpose, and they tend to go away just as fast as they come. Now, usually people investing in them are not doing so because they like their fundamentals. Therefore, you find many instances where a meme coin emerges, investors pile on, thus rising the price to the upside, and then they eventually sell it shortly after just to earn on a profit. Therefore, investing in a meme token exposes you to that risk, and if that is understood, then I see no problem with investing in them. Now, guys, the thing is, Panda token, or Panda, is a reflective ERC20 token, which means by holding Panda, you will have an ever-increasing supply of tokens. And currently, their white paper is not out yet, but when it does drop, it will outline their mission and their platform development. Now, once the project starts to take on volume, their goal will be to develop and launch their decentralized cryptocurrency swap, also known as Panda Swap. And this easy-to-use swap will give the ability to trade with other verified partner tokens, in which they will announce in the near future. So guys, Panda Swap facilitates automated transactions between cryptocurrency tokens on the Ethereum blockchain through the use of smart contracts. Now guys, Panda Inu's NFTs will also be very exclusive and a limited collection launch. Initially, they will only be available to community members, and then eventually be available on secondary markets such as OpenSea. So guys, their tokenomics consist of 1 trillion tokens with a fair launch and fees that include 6% for marketing, 3% for Team Panda, and 1% for LP contribution. So guys, if you're interested in this project, definitely make sure to check out the links in the description where you can invest into the project. And currently they are just on Uniswap, and all you have to do is just plug in their address and swap your Ethereum or any other token that you have for the Panda token. Otherwise, huge shout out to Panda Inu for sponsoring today's episode. Like I said before, I will have their info in the description of my video. Otherwise, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.